Welcome back to the channel, everybody. And I've got a special video for you. Happy Halloween. And I wanted to do something fun this year, so I have my nice cow outfit that I use for a Christmas party. And so we're gonna play around with our cow suit, and we got something special because my friends Lucas and Christina over at Disc Fam in St. Clair, Michigan hooked me up with this year's MVP Halloween edition discs. So we're starting off with the James Conrad Nomad, and putter, stable putter. I've never putted anything with these before, so these are gonna be fun to play with. Next up, we have the Halloween Lizottle, and I do have an original Lizottle. I've got probably 7 other hexes, so this one's gonna be money for us. I know this disc, so we should be good there. Then I've got the Sarah Hokum Rise of the Crave. My son has one of these. I've only thrown it a couple times, so it should be interesting. We're gonna play here at Township Park, and it's 12 holes, and we're gonna play the longs, and we've got a little bit of a wind today, so should be interesting. Let's go ahead and get started on hole number 1. Okay, here we're on hole number 1. It's 350 feet, pretty much straight down. There's a tight gap right here. Actually, it's right here that we need to hit. We currently have a tailwind, so that's going to be interesting. Our goal today is to shoot 3 under par. So I don't know what's going to happen if we don't, but we're going to shoot for 3 under par. And I'm going to start off with the Crave, because again, I've never thrown this before, but I have thrown a Passion on this hole, and that's a similar-ish disc. So we're going to give this a shot, see if we can get it down there. Oh, and this could get interesting because this suit is really tight. I'm a big guy, and this is a smaller suit. So if you hear ripping sounds, just know that I'm okay. It's just a little drafty. Ooh. Oh! We hit a tree, but that's actually one of my better throws on this hole. It was right in the right side, and I think it was going to sit down nicely. But let's get our upshot. Okay, we made it just past the short tee pad, which is where the camera's set up. So we got a little bit left to cut off, maybe another 150 or so. So I'm just going to try and get a forehand with the Lizottle up there. That way we can tap in our par. Oh, don't flex out, don't flex out. Okay, we're on the edge of the circle with a putt. So we're going to see if this Nomad can fly. The thing I love is they're a little more stable than a regular hex. And the watermelon hex is even more stable than that. So this should be fun to play with, especially when we've got this tailwind. Although sometimes we're going to throw it into a headwind, so this will be interesting. All right, so I have never, ever thrown, putted, done anything with this Nomad. So let's see how it goes. See if we can get our par. Oh! Missed it. So we're going to take a bogey on our first hole. But that's okay. We've got 11 more holes to go. Go ahead and just tap this in. Move on to hole number 2. Hole number 2, I'm going to start off over here so you can see it because it's got a bootleg in it. So hole number 2, as you can see, is 276 feet. We're throwing from back in there is a tee pad. And then we're throwing curves to the left and then down that fairway. So we are going to position the camera and try and get that shot coming out. So I'm going to go over to tee pad number 2. We're going to see if we can make this corner with the Crave. We have to put it on a lot of hyzer and not hit it too hard so it doesn't flip up. And the suit is not helping at all. See if we can get this angle. Oh, there we go. Come back. From there, and let's go see if we've got a chance for our first birdie. We got a great drive. Let's see if we can finish it off for a bird. All right, Nomad. Wolfman. Boom! First birdie of the day. We'll take it. Let's move on to hole number 3. On to hole number 3. It's 236 feet. This is a newer hole at the course. They cut out a bunch of the wood line right here. And it's 236 straight, tunnel shot the whole way. We're going to laser beam our Lizottle up there and hopefully not to have to chase this thing left or right. Oh, a little slippage on the tee. Oh, got a beautiful kick back towards the fairway. We should be on the edge. And we'll give it this little forehand flick, see if we can get out at the basket. Our tree kick was not quite as good as what I had hoped, but I think we still got a leaner out with the Lizottle. And I better put this on because, you know, cow goes moo. All right, so our goal is just get it up there so we can tap in for the par. And I cannot see the basket from here, so we're gonna do a little trust throw. Uh-oh. Oh boy. Oh boy, that went really long. Gotta put more snap on those Lizottles. I've had a shot similar to that I almost aced out at in Illinois for one of our videos. It was a Sunrise Park, and in order to get one of those to turn over, you got to really give it some snap. And I did not on that one, and now I'm throwing from the fence. So we got a long putt. We are right at the edge of the circle. We bounced off this fence, maybe a little further than that actually. And I don't have space to do my inline putt, so I got to straddle this thing. So let's see if the Wolfman can get one for me. Oh no! All right, gotta throw them all, because why not? Just like Pokemon, you gotta collect them all. You gotta throw them all. Those were even close. I would like to blame the suit, but it's really just my putting. So we've collected ourselves yet another bogey. That brings us back to 1 over. So let's move on to the next hole. Hole number 5 is 485 feet. Par, it says par 3 on UDisc, but almost 500 feet. We're gonna play as a par 4 because with a Crave, and especially in this suit, there's no chance I'm getting a par 3 on this. So we're going to launch it up there. The wind settled down a little bit, but we're throwing into a headwind, so we'll see how this thing flies. Okay, this has got to come down. All right, here goes. Got lots of hyzer. Oh, turned it over. But we hung it out to the left to give it space to come back. We're not in the woods, so we're gonna pitch up from there, probably throw the Crave one more time. Okay, we got a decent amount up here. We're gonna give our Crave another throw. We just wanna put it up there by the basket. Nope, nope, come back, come back. Fade back. There we go. Now we got a chance at it. And I think I'm gonna make a quick change. So the hood, the cow head has been going up and down, and it's hard to throw with. So what I think what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna throw with the hood down, but when I putt, I think the rule is gonna be I gotta keep it up. That'll make things a little more interesting and mess up the flow of my putt. Not that it's great, but it'll be fun either way. But there's just no way I can throw with this thing wiggling around the back of my head. So that's what we're gonna do going forward. But let's get up there and see if we can actually get a birdie on this one. All right, into the headwind. All right. Back at 1 under. On to hole number 5, 387 feet. It's down and it goes to the right along with this tree line here. You can kind of see it like right, see if I can do this, right there, but way down there. And this is where a nice big forehand would be nice, but we're gonna go with the Crave on a big turnover. It's been flipping all day. It's only 167, but I think this is flying great so far. It's been handling the wind. And on that last shot, it turned a little bit and then came back, which is what a Crave is supposed to do. But we're gonna see if we can get just a big turnover shot. I don't think we can get all the way up there, but we're gonna give it a run with this thing, see if we can just bend it to the right and gives ourselves a good upshot. Oh, he threw it into the trees. Yep, we might actually be on the other fairway of the next hole. Man, this suit is just not giving me space to be able to throw. But let's go dig it out of the woods and we'll see if we can find some kind of line to get up there. We hit our landing zone, but we got an unlucky roll. So let's see if we can get this in. And while I'm at this angle, don't stare at my tail. All right, for our par. Moo! Well, it looks like we are going to have a no par round. It's either going to be birdies or bogeys the whole way. So the question is, which one do we end up with more of? That is what I cannot wait to find out. Because we are, once we add that in there, keeping track on my watch, which is an awesome feature, by the way. So I got a +1. So we are sitting at +1 right now. And we're moving on to hole number 6. Let's see if we can get one back. Hole number 6 is 337 feet. And it goes straight down this way and then bends hard to the left. Kind of like hole number 2. But it's a lot tighter this time, and there's not a big open fairway because it's kind of a tunnel before you get to the basket. So this time I'm going to go with the Lizottle. It's a little more stable. I'm going to see if I can hook it around that corner and get us up, set up for a second shot. Because I can't get there in this suit. Well, I should have skipped towards the middle. That's about as perfect as a shot as I could have wanted. We should be set up great for our next shot. We had a great shot off the tee with the Lizottle. We actually have a circle 2 putt for it. So I'm gonna see if I can get up there with the Nomad. I just gotta point out this arrow right here, which is right there. That is pointing you to the next tee. That is not a Mando. So I'm gonna try and hit the big fat gap to the right. And I know as soon as I say that, I'm gonna hit this tree. All right. See, this would be a bonus birdie if we can get it. Oh, oh, oh! That went right under the cage. That would have been nice to have, but it should be a tap in, and they'll move on to the next hole. Okay, before you say, hey, your hood wasn't up on your last throw. Well, it was a throw. It was from circle 2. That doesn't exactly count. But let's see if I can tap this one in. There we go. Got the par. Hole number 7 is a new one on the course. I've only played it, I think, once or twice this season, but it is cut through the woods. So it bends to the right and then back to the left. It's 244 feet, par 3. I'm gonna see if I can flex the Lizottle up there. There is a window up top if you can hit the angle, but it's really tight. So I'm just gonna try and flex something right down the middle. This is where a zone would be a fantastic one because you can just put it on a lot of ante and let it flex back out. But that's not part of this set, so we can't use it. So I'm just gonna give it some anhyzer, maybe a little high, give it some space to flex out. Oh no. All right, well, you saw it. We're about halfway up the fairway. We got one more turn to go, so we're probably gonna have to throw another flick with the Lizottle and see if we can get back up to the basket. Let's see if we can get it this time. We gotta remember, give it more snap. Last time, we didn't give it the snap that we needed to get up there. So let's see if we can do it this time. Oh, get through! Ah, that was a great line with the snap, but we just kept catching trees. So we got a long putt for our par. Let's see if we can get it. Because remember, it's either pars or bogeys so far, and we missed our, birds or bogeys, and we've already missed our birdie. So not looking good. We again find ourselves outside the circle, so no hood. I need all the advantage I can get. See what we can do here. Get in, get in, get in, get in. Oh, 2 feet short. So our birdies and bogeys continues with another bogey. Let's move on to hole number 8. Let's grab this and tap in. Woo, that was close. We are at hole number 8. It's 204 feet. This is an ace run basket. My nephew actually from the short tee pad got his first ace on this hole. It's fun because you got to bend it a little bit from left to right, and the basket's right there in the center. So we're going to try the Wolfman on it and see if we get an ace run. Sometimes I turn it over and hit this gap here on the right and it comes down, but our goal is to try and give it a little baby flex. Don't have to kill it. Well, It's not an ace run, and we left it short, so we got a longer of a putt than what I wanted. So let's get up there, put our hood up, and see if we can hit that. Well, we left ourselves a little bit longer of a putt than what I had intended, but it's still only about 20, 25 feet. Should be no problem for the Wolfman. Oh, come on! Well, we broke our birdies or bogeys streak because I left it short. So, first part of the day, let's move on to hole number 10. Hole number 9 is 203 feet. Straight down this gap, very tight tunnel. We're gonna try and go at it with the Wolfman Nomad. And we just wanna flip something up and just get it right by the basket. Low, but should have a putt from there. I saw it hit and slide, so we're in good shape. We have given ourselves another birdie chance, and I gotta put on my hood. Moo! All right, see if we can get a birdie. This will take us down to 1 over. We're sitting at 2 over right now. We really need this one if we're gonna break par. Oh, come on! That might do it. 2 pars in a row. We're definitely not gonna hit our goal without some aces, and the next couple of holes are not really aceable, if you ask me, for my shots, maybe one of them. But I at least want to break par, because this course, especially in the woods, can be tricky for me. So let's move on to hole number 10 and see if we can get a stroke back. Hole number 10, this is another new hole. It's 259 feet, and you guessed it, straight down a tunnel. The basket is tucked into the left, so again, got to flip something up, let it ride straight, and have a gentle crash. I'm gonna go with the Lizottle and see if we can get up there. Oh, didn't get it over. All right, so we've got probably another 100 feet or so to saw off because we did not get very far. I'm gonna take the Nomad, see if we can get a nice little run at the basket. All right, ooh, I think we went deep. All right, we've got ourselves a putt, but it's a little long. As per tradition, we left ourselves a long putt. So I gotta get the cow head up, see if we can actually hit one this time. See if we can get another par, or at least on a par streak. Oh, it caught. All right, and the Lizottle because best one disc ever. I love that thing. You know what? Let's try the Crave too. See if this one will putt. Okay, well, we know the Lizottle, or the Hex in general, is a great all-in-one disc, great putter. But we've got another par. We're still 2 over, so we've got 2 more chances to get it down to even par. So let's move on to hole number 11, which is a nice wide open hole. See if we can get something up there. Hole number 11 is 240 feet. And it is out, and there's just kind of an embankment over there with the basket sitting on top. And other than this initial low ceiling, it's wide open on the right. So we're gonna give the Lizottle a hyzer, see if we can just get it crashed up to the basket and tap in for our birdie. The key here is not to go long. Or too far to the right. Come on back, come on back, come on back. Woo! All right, we got ourselves about a 25-foot putt, but we're up on top of that little hill, so we've got a good shot at it. All right, so we got a simple little putt here. If we get this one, we are back to 1 over with 1 hole to try and get back to our par. All right, so now let's move on to hole number 12 and see if we can at least get back to par, sitting at +1. We made it to hole 12. We are sitting at +1. Our goal right now originally was 3 under. Right now it's just to get under par, or to par or better. So ace gets us 1 under, and a birdie gets us to even. So that's our goal. This one is 212 feet. It's a pretty straight shot in the basket, just to the left through that tiny little gap. and we're gonna go at it with the Wolfman Nomad and see if we can park it up there for our birdie. Oh, it's got a chance. It's got a chance. Oh! Oh, you couldn't see it, but I missed it to the right. It passed the chain's basket height about 1.5 feet to the right. So I think we're deep by probably 10, 15 feet because it hit and slid. Whoo! That was close. That would have been epic. So let's go in, let's get our birdie, finish with an even round, and we'll call it a day. The hood is up. We've got one more putt. This is for our birdie. This is where my drives typically land on this hole. So we get this, we made it back to even. All right, let's do it. Oh no! Of course. Of course. Ah, see, you should just putt with the Lizottle. All right, thanks so much for watching, guys. We didn't quite make our goal, but we did finish at +1. And a couple birdies there at the end. So these discs were pretty awesome. We had, again, the Hokum Crave, the Halloween Lizottle, and the Wolfman Nomad. And they all flew pretty well for me. A little more stable on a couple of shots than I was expecting, so I was pleasantly surprised. Huge shout out to Lucas and Christina over at Disc Fam. I will link their stuff in the description. Check out their Instagram, their Facebook. Great folks. I'm on Team Disc Fam, and I like to represent them, support local businesses. And if you need anything, make sure you reach out to them on Facebook or Instagram. They've got pretty much anything you could need. They've gotten a lot of my money recently. Got the gyro pack coming for Halloween, so watch for those videos, and of course getting those through Disc Fam. So thanks you guys. Thanks for watching. Make sure you check out our next video coming next week, and have a safe time tonight out trick-or-treating. We'll see you next time.